The other day, I was asked two really great questions. The first one was, what are the top three questions that your clients ask? And the second one was, what is the question you really wish they asked? So I work with high achievers, and uh, many of them are in transition, starting something new, or just really want to enjoy where they are right now and not always be achieving. And so their top three questions are, how do I fit it all in, Carrie? Or how do I start? Or how do I do it differently? And the question I'd really love them to ask is, how do I make this simple? So today we're going to talk all about, I'm going to give you 3 steps on how to simplify what you've got, and get rid of the unnecessary. And I'm so excited to show you how. So come join me and we'll get to simplifying. Hello and welcome. If you have not met me, I am Carrie Richard, and I guide people to work with their minds to let go of what gets in the way of all of who you are and the life you're here to live. I've helped hundreds of women and men clear away what has stood in the way of their success. So transformation comes from small shifts at the root. So let go of the fight, work with what you've been given, and step into all that is here for you. I'm so excited today to talk about how do I make this simple. So often I work with a lot of high achievers, and often they are doing big things, lots of things, and often can be pretty burnt out. And so it would be easy for me to say, hey, look at what's unnecessary and stop doing that. And often, if asked the question, what's unnecessary, the answer is, hey, wait a second, it's all necessary. So, what I want to do today is take you through 3 steps that I do with my clients to look at, kind of turn it from another perspective, work with our minds the way that they're built to look at what's most important and to make some space and to simplify. So I'm going to jump right into the first step. The first step is, do you believe it's possible? Do you believe it's possible to simplify your life? And if this is a tough thing to say, yes, of course I believe it's possible, then stick around. And this is necessary. This is necessary to believe that it's possible that you can simplify. Okay. All right. So if you don't believe, just pretend and let's keep going for now. The second piece is to look at what is important to you and what is important to you right now. So I had a client who, I say right now because this is subject to change. We have different seasons in our life. I had a client who was we were working on a new business that she's building. She is still in corporate, building a new business, and that was the focus. We were working on all the pieces to put together to build this beautiful business that she is creating. And I met with her, and she just was discontent, I would say, not super excited about where our focus was. And so it was the invitation, hey, wait a second, let's take a step back. Is this truly what's most important to you right now? And often we don't ask those questions. So as we took a step back, she realized that what was most important to her right now was her family and having time and attention with all the things going on in her life to pay attention to her mother and to pay attention to her children who were transitioning into different seasons of their life. And so we switched the focus of the what things were most important and what to prioritize, and it shifted that entire year. And her feedback was, you know what, Carrie, it was the right choice. And she said, I just needed permission. So I give you permission to take a look at what's important right now, not what's have to, but what's most important. When I work with clients, we look at 6 areas. We look at personal development, we look at health and well-being, we look at relationships, we look at finances, we look at career or vocation or passion, and then we also look at fun and break down in each of those what is most important, and then also which of those is most important right now. And what this does is it builds a filter to look at everything you have going on in your life. If you've heard of Marie Kondo, the magic art of tidying up, she uses this process of looking at everything. Like, for example, she begins with clothes. So you put all your clothes in a pile, all of them, right? And then filter through what sparks joy, what doesn't spark joy. That's her filter for that specific piece. This is the same kind of principle. And the second step is really building your filter so that you can then take all the things in your life and look at which ones are most important. And at the same time, you will then find which ones are unnecessary. And these also can be unnecessary for a season, right? It doesn't mean I'll never do that. But if we try to do all the things all the time, it's really tiring. And we also don't get to do the things well. So the other piece is, there's this idea rolling around of, it's just, if it's not I hear this out there, if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. And yeah, I have a problem with that. And here's why. Because when somebody's in overwhelm or in pain or, not in the mindset to really look at everything objectively, or to look at, when I'm in overwhelm or I'm in pain, my hell yeses are going to be what is the easy way to go or what I can get rid of. That's going to hopefully make the pain less. So my encouragement is really to be a little bit more methodical about taking a look at all the areas of your life and really deciding what is most important. This is a lot of what we do in the programs that I have. This is also to look at this and what's most important to you. Take a step back, right? Have an open mind. This is how we do things differently. The other thing about a hell yes or a hell no is we're using the same patterns, the same thoughts that we've been using to get what we got right now. So if you want to get something different, then do it different. All right. The next, third and final step, which I have alluded to, after finding what's most important to you, and my encouragement is 3 or 4 things, not everything. If you need help with this, let me know. The next step, put it in a pile. I didn't know a better way to say this, but essentially, this is when you take a step back and give yourself time to take a look at everything and decide what stays for now and what goes for now. That might be we put a pin in it. It might be, 6 months from now, but we cannot do everything all the time, not peacefully and not super well. So you put everything in a pile and filter through it all. This is a lot. This process is a lot of what I do in a VIP day where I spend a whole day with you. And also, another great resource for this is retreat. This is when you can take a step back, take a step out of your day to day, because this kind of thought and filtering it's so much easier to do when you have an open mind and you have space to do it and there's no pressure to do it. So VIP days, retreats, and also take some time, have a day, take a day, take dedicated, specific time to do this process. Invest in yourself. And when you do this, then you can let go of what's unnecessary. My encouragement, what I hear over and over, is that perspective changes, the focus changes. Often it helps with motivation because you are clear on what you say yes to and what you say no to, and gives yourself some space to improve your health and well-being, often your relationships, and just your overall happiness. So I hope this serves you. If this has been helpful, please let me know. Please subscribe down below so you can hear how you can stay keeping this simple, which is coming up soon. And until next time.